Alright, what up, y'all? So I was thinking to myself, I want to play Dragon Warrior, but I haven't seen any new versions of the deck. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of innovating going on outside of just using Prescient Slither Drake. So I decided I was going to throw Prescient Slither Drake into the Curator and the Elise versions and just combine them together. This is something I like to do when deck building. I'm like, you know what, let's take the core of one deck and combine it with the core of another deck and just see kind of how they work together. So I'm going to run this and see how it goes. Normally the Curator version runs 2 Quality Assurance. I cut that to 1. I had to add Fire Rock, Nomelia, and Ziliax in order to make Elise work, so she hit the location. But let's see how this goes. I think this should be interesting at the very least. I'm not sure if it's going to be good or not, but you don't know unless you experiment. So that's the whole point of this type of deck building series. Sometimes you just got to try something new. I always do this at the end of the video, but don't forget to smash the like button. I hate asking for it, but your likes, comments, and follows always make a big difference for the channel. So thank you to you guys that are already following. But enough of that nonsense. Let's get to some games. Interesting hand. So one thing about this deck is the dragon count, I believe, is 11 last I checked. So early dragons might be difficult if you don't plan accordingly in your mulligans. I don't know that I can keep this, though, is the problem. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11 dragons total. So if I throw these back, there's about there's a little bit better than a 50-50 shot, I think. A little bit higher. Come on, let's get lucky. Alright, not the greatest. But we can lead with Sanguine Depths. I mean, we could get lucky and just draw a dragon here. Come on. Show me dragon. Nice. Peddler seems good, but it's very unlikely this guy lives. Well, it's not a dragon anyway. Chrono Lord is not bad either. I like Peddler with Divine Shield and Wind Fury. That has a lot of potential, but Chrono Lord is probably more in line with what we want to do. Yeah, we're going to Chrono Lord. And you could make an argument for Sanguine Depths here instead of the Dark Rider just because of their turn 1 play, but I think playing things is better than not playing things, especially when your opponent is playing things and they're not even attacking it. Cool. I kind of like Precursory Strike here. I have a feeling this is Aggro Paladin. Because usually Aura Paladin doesn't play Hand of a Doll. They could be, but it's very fringe, I think, if they do that. So I think getting rid of the minion is ideal. And you know what, just because I think they are Aura Paladin, I think it's going to be very helpful to get rid of this guy. So we'll see if that suspicion is confirmed this turn. The exit is this way. They are indeed Aggro Paladin. So very glad I cleared those 2 guys. Whoa! Oh, that's nice. Okay. So I got Illusory Greenwing next turn, which should be great. Broodkeeper Whelp is actually fine this turn, yeah. Let's get it. Just take out the minions we can get. This is actually really powerful for them. A 3/5 is crazy. It can't be pumped with Busy Bot, which is good. But 3/5 is pretty big for a 2-cost minion. I do anticipate some clunky draws with this deck now and then. It might need a little bit more kind of fiddling to find the sweet spot, but there's potentially something there. I think, yeah, the Curator version not having Zilliax just always felt a little wrong to me. I can kill this guy, so if I attack with these two and poke it, it'll make one minion in my hand cost 2 less. So if it hits this, that's incredible. Either way, I think is great, as long as it doesn't hit Dark Rider, which is, I think, a risk I'm willing to take. This is actually Maul. What's it hit? Of course it hit Dark Rider. But that's okay. Minion, location, and weapon probably won't be super useful against them. Getting an extra 2/2 copy could be good. I don't have any spells that cost 5 or more, so it's fairly useless. But having extra bodies will help counteract their aggression a little bit. Seems fine. Yeah, let's just smack some guys around. Feels silly to do this to a minion, but the more minions they have, the deadlier they are. Gotta plan on them always having Crusader Aura the turn after they drop a bunch of minions. But Dracorix will be devastating. We just have to live that long, which I don't think is going to be too hard, but could be a challenge. There's a flash sale, okay. And they didn't play any minions. They just summoned them, so Chrono Lord's got to have some very specific timing. So I can do this. This will give my guy, that'll be a 7/3 after I attack, if I poke it and then attack. And then I could just Stone Carver. Not the greatest, but it does help me start to get through this stuff. Just have to pray no Crusader Aura. That would be the worst here. I assume if they had it, they would just slam it here, so maybe I'm alright. Okay, that is definitely annoying. It's pretty good for them. But if I can survive one more turn, then I'm alright. But yeah, Chronolord is useless now, unfortunately. I mean, he's got charge, which is something. Yeah, I guess using the charge is fine.
Mighty visage. You were destined to fail.
Let's see, I think I do this. But yeah, no matter what I do, I'm just dead here. This is a good draw for them. They're left with 12 attack, I'm at 6. So, yeah. Just needed one more turn for Dracorex, but that is the way it goes. Aggro Paladin sometimes just gets there. Started off okay, but I think, yeah, not having taunt minions really, outside of like the expensive ones. What is it? Brawl, I think, is the... Yeah, there's Brawl, there's Ziliax, and then there's Greenwing, and that's, I think, about it. Yeah. This is an interesting hand here. So I like Slitherdrake into Windpeak Worm. I just have to hope that I get something for the earlier turns. But this curve is great. Stonecarver's okay. Alright, Curator's not amazing. But I do like the value that will create against a hero that's going to be undoubtedly like creating a bunch of card advantage, discovering, drawing, etc. Yeah, Mage is a tough one to beat in terms of card advantage. Alright, we have the best start. Depths into Stonecarver is the actual best for this deck. Discover, what, a 0 cost spell? Or is this... Are they at 2 right now? Yeah, they went first, so... Discover a 1 cost spell. Ah, that's... Alright. Pretty good. And next turn I could Slitherdrake, but... Let's see what they got. Wow. See, I was thinking if they have like Photon Cannon, then they could attack with both minions and kill that. But I was like, it's possible, but it seemed unlikely. I guess, yeah, it was the right call to throw the Sanguine Depths out and kill the 1/1. But that's fine. That's fine. I will still probably wait for turn 4 for Slitherdrake so that I can hit Windpeak Worm on curve. Because if I do this on 3, then I need a Dragon on 4 in order for Worm to hit. Yeah, one thing I did cut in this deck is Stadium Announcer. I wanted to see how this would be without it. Because Stadium Announcer is a decent card, but there are times where it just creates some value for your opponent that is a little unnecessary. It's another dragon, so it definitely helps in that regard. But this deck is not meant to be as aggressive. It's meant to be more powerful, I think. Yeah, let's just throw this at their face. Get a little deeper, that's good. So this will be a 3-mana, 3/6. I guess that's not bad.
What now?
Yeah, let's give it a try. Oh, wow. Robocolor, huh? Robocolor's pretty good. I've always been surprised that Robocolor doesn't see more play. Seems like a fantastic card. Obviously, the randomization part is a little tricky, but it's a lot of value.
Ahoy, scallywag!
Yeah, they are taking their sweet time.
One's out on me.
Dive and destroy!
So Curator gets us Plucky Paint Fin, Dracorex, and a Dragon, which could be quite a few things. Another Slither Drake would be great, but Fire Rack is not bad.
What's your dream destination?
Interesting. They play Travel Agent. Yeah, hard to imagine any other plays but this. Seems fine. Okay.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Alright, gift wrap up is fine.
What pretty petals!
Alright, how bad is this gonna be? It's a lot of value with the double discover spell.
runs out on me.
Alright, let's see. Do they have an explosive runes? Oh, okay. Sure. Let's also see if they have a counterspell there. You know what, first, we'll attack first. Okay, so no ice barrier, so it's probably a counterspell. Yeah, which I would much rather... Huh. Okay. So they have a precursory strike, that's fine. I think we go quality assurance. Maybe I wait until we have the green wing active. This could get a blood fighter, which isn't bad. No, we have the taunt blood fighter. So yeah, we're just gonna...
What pretty petals!
just chill here. Yo. Okay, this is pretty rough. If I can outlast that weapon, then we'll be in a little better shape.
Time runs out on me.
Alright, Wind Peak Worm ain't bad. Logosh, Ziliax, or no Melia for that.
What now?
This gets just Green Wing right now, so probably not worth it. Oh, and Ziliax.
What now?
Nice, that is the one I wanted. So now next turn I can play this, and then this guy's at the ready. Let's do this, because this will draw them 2 spells. And we're good. So they very likely have Ice Barrier and Counterspell up. That is my guess, at least. I've been really enjoying playing Aura Paladin lately. It's a very good deck, just insane win rate. I think I went like 80% win rate over more than 20 games, which I thought was nuts. So I'm probably going to be playing a lot more of that for now. But I always try and experiment around, like, I get bored playing the same deck, 50 plus games in a row. Feels more like a job at that rate. I'm here to have some fun, so I always like to bounce around, see how different things do in the metagame. That's why I'm always posting like different versions of Dragon Warrior, seeing how Like I recently posted a video seeing how Aggro Paladin did in the metagame after it adapted to the new mini set. You know, seeing how like the Imbue Rogue matchup was, stuff like that. Drake Rex seems okay here. It does clear their board. And I know that none of my minions will get hit by a Seeker right now. You know what, Oasis Alley could happen, but I think that's very unlikely.
Job's done.
Sure, that's totally fine. So they're definitely ahead on card advantage. But if I can outlast the weapon, and then they're just left playing the rest of the cards in their deck, I could be okay. I have a feeling that Colossus could be a problem later, but they haven't played too many Protoss spells, so this guy is really interesting. Techiesaurus. It's a little techie, I'll give him that. Cool little deck tech.
Time runs out on me.
Sure. This seems good. Now, it is still possible this could be counterspell, which would be unfortunate for quality assurance, but that's not the end of the world. And I think, wow, quality assurance is the last spell in my entire deck. Wow. Alright, we are chilling. So they've got 19 total cards to our 14, which is definitely ahead, and they've got ways to create card advantage with this, and obviously this. If I was playing just a traditional Dragon Warrior, I think I would have lost by now, to be perfectly honest. What was that spell they played?
Time runs out on me.
I guess it's not here. Yeah, that spell they played twice that dealt damage to my guys was pretty brutal. So they just didn't do anything at all, so this is fine.
Dive and destroy.
In the ring, blood speaks. With
So let's hit him for a little bit. Alright, it is definitely a counterspell.
Time runs out on me.
Mage playing Snatch and Grab is super techy. It's very interesting. Alright, this isn't the way I like to win, but maybe they're not doing too hot over there? Who knows? Alright, win is a win, but I usually like to earn my wins. Yeah, I go back and forth on whether or not the Blood Fighters should be in Dragon Warrior. I think the better versions of Dragon Warrior normally don't play the Blood Fighters. But the Blood Fighters have some definite value. It's just what core you're putting around them. I posted a video series with a deck, I guess I call it Value Warrior or Big Warrior. It's like, 15, it's like 15 legendary cards. It's a lot of fun to play because you're just throwing haymakers the whole game. I think I'm gonna do this, honestly. That works. Okay. And a peddler. Excellent. I think I'm going to go Broodkeeper and then turn 3 Slither Drake. I could go Peddler into Slither Drake turn 3. But I think this gives me just an extra something to do should they have some, like a problematic minion or something. And I like to get value off my Peddler immediately. Sometimes you play it, it dies, and then the minion you were going to play after just doesn't get any value because it's the Peddler's already gone. Yeah, let's just do this. So that could have gotten, what, Snatch and Grab, Everything Must Go, Dethrone. There's a variety of things the Fey Trickster could have just gotten. So it's worth playing around some of that stuff. This guy is now vulnerable to Dubious Purchase, so I have to be mindful of having multiple minions out there if I want to keep him.
What pretty petals!
Yeah, let's do as much damage as possible. Oh, okay. Knickknack Shack tells me that they are very likely playing like a Cycle Rogue and trying to kill with like Chrono Daggers, I believe. And Morchi, the card that gives both rewind abilities. That could be really good. I could swap stats with something big that I have even, and since it's got charged, that could be game ending. So let's see here. I've got 9. That would be 12, and then yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. Yeah, an unanswered Slither Drake is just game ending. Just really good. Whew, okay, they're just going for it. Quasar, they're going to draw a card off of that. They're going to draw 2 cards from their weapon attack. They've only got 1 mana, though, so this can only go so good. Will they get lucky? Ah. And Quasar makes... Yeah, all cards in your deck cost 3 less, so they could just speed through this deck right now. Yeah, alright. Can they do it? They need another dubious purchase. Oh, they've already played 2, though, so... This is rough for them. Talk about actions per per minute. This is crazy. This is very well done. I've seen this deck a couple of times. It looks pretty dope.
You really put the old heave-ho into it.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. That deck looks really cool, though. I love a good puzzle rogue deck where you have to, like, each game is a puzzle to figure out how to win. Yeah, I've always loved difficult rogue decks to play. It's just, it's so fascinating. It reminds me, if you play Magic the Gathering, it reminds me of playing Blue. Because it's just... You have to figure out how to draw the right cards, what sequencing works to get where you need to go. It's a lot of fun.
Now you're sailing on my seas. I cannot do that.
A dragon would be great here. Not a dragon, okay. Divine Shield Wind Fury seems solid. And I can whelp still.
Won't be long now.
Good old Egg Warlock. Fun times. Alright, so I really gotta press it here. So we're gonna do this. Get a bonus off the Stone Carver and try to bash some face over the next couple of turns. They play stuff like Hellfire, so they're probably going to clear our board at some point, but obviously they want to play their egg first. I think the egg takes 5 breaks, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 5 breaks. Yeah, I think we just got to go for it. If they end up clearing the board, then so be it. Nice. We've also got Precursory Strike, which hopefully will help us close this out. Alright, 4 breaks to go. Fair enough. I mean, those are spells that they're not playing on their own egg, which I'm happy about. I think I'm going to go Elise and see if I can... I would definitely like the mode that pumps my guys. Yes, characters. And... I mean, spell damage is okay. I've got 2 Precursory Strike in the deck, but that's... I think this is the way to go. And then we do this, so I get the damage bump.
Petal perfection.
So if I play this guy next turn, it is a 5/7. But it's also got Divine Shield, Wind Fury. Terra Run will pump everything by 2, so... Maybe I do this first. Actually, if I have 3 damage minions, I gotta go with this guy, but... Yeah. Okay.
I've seen the end.
Blaze a trail.
Alright, then Terra Run will be even greater next turn if I can pump a Wind Fury guy. They also play that spell where you destroy a minion and its owner draws a card, so... Sweet, we just got him. Take 20. Good stuff. 3-1. Feels pretty good to only lose to Aggro Paladin so far. So far, it's pretty much just the normal elements of Dragon Warrior that have mattered. I would have won that game without Elise, so Elise didn't really matter. Yeah, Prussian Slither Drake, amazing. As always.
Versus the Lich King.
But none of this data has really mattered so far in terms of how strong combining the elements of Elise and Curator Dragon Warrior actually is.
Sailing on my seas.
I guess... Trying to think of what would be relevant to hit early on. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Ooh, that's super sweet. Double Whelp into Peddler turn 2. I could also just Broodkeeper here. Yeah, believe it or not, I think I Broodkeeper here, and then I go double Whelp next turn. Then I've got Dark Rider and Peddler.
Pleasure of fools.
Please no +4/+5. Good.
Leave the egg.
Nice, they both hit Peddler, that's great. And we're going to leave that weapon up.
Watch your back.
Okay then. Let's do Dark Rider first. Just in case we get something relevant. Yeah, I like this guy. It's not bad. Oh shoot. Alright, I should have attacked that first. I didn't realize it was gonna become a 3/4 again. Ay ay ay. Alright. What are you gonna do? Gotta learn the hard way sometimes. Yeah, I thought it would transform, but then keep the damage, but that's actually pretty strong if it transforms and gains health or whatever. I think Bash and Face is the way to go here.
Dive and destroy.
I could hit with these two guys here, and that opens up 1 damaged minion next turn for this. Because if... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to run it. If Terra Run needs a minion to copy, then that at least turns off that mode. It's not ideal to copy Elise if you're going to make a copy of something, but that would hold Terra Run off if that's the case.
Never see us coming.
Sure. Wow, and they have, what, charge? They have charge. That's ridiculous. Alright. How rude.
The menagerie is
Let's get
for
some
guests.
value off of the Curator. Yeah, this is what I love about the Curator version of this deck, is you play Curator, you draw 3 cards. I mean, Dracorex is a fantastic card. I love Plucky because it gets Dracorex or, you know, other rush minions. But anytime you can speed your way to Dracorex is great. Like the Value Warrior deck that I've been playing. It's got decent win rates, like above 50%, around 60-ish. Depends on the matchups that I encounter. Like Control Warrior is always a loss because their control elements are fine, but once you get to the late game, you know, them having the quest makes a big difference. So I'm probably going to try the quest in that deck. But at that rate, it's hard to just not play Quest Warrior itself. Like, so we'll see. But super cool deck. I strongly recommend checking it out. Okay, so the Reborn here is annoying. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Sure.
In the ring! Trust your ally! Avast ye!
And if they want to trade their Blob of Tar for my Blood Fighter, that is fine. I'll get a 12/12 after.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Ooh, take control. Bro. Well, I'm definitely using this next turn, I think, on the... Unless they attack with the... Okay. I was going to say, taking their... taking their Blobatar would be great. But that works out pretty well, too. Okie dokie. So, yeah, just Dracorex seems fine here. Crazy. And there's the other Blood Fighter. Unfortunate. Just one turn too late for that.
The citadel stands strong.
I was considering not playing the Prescient Slither Drake just to avoid overextending, but I think it's good.
Relaxation for all and all types.
Sorry. Okay. So probably gonna do 2 legendary minions. Oh, not what I would have done in that position. Very interesting choices here. Yeah, they can't attack this because then they... Ah, there we go. Okay, now they're safe. Ish. Oh, so this is a pretty good comeback turn for them. Alright. A little lucky off that draw. This costing 0? Jeez. I think Fyrax's okay here, because this guy can't get hit by any spells. It could clear the board out, could deal damage to them. Let's roll the dice. Nice. Excellent. There we go. Still can't hit him, but clear board again is good.
Nightmares are never forgotten.
The 4/5? Oh, because I got it. Okay, interesting. So it costs 2 less, and 2 less attack. Interesting. So this deals... I can deal 2 damage for 4 mana with that. Not the greatest. Can kill one of them with that and these. Ooh, you know what I can do? And then we take one of them. And then we're going to kill this one.
Find me in the
Sweet. And thank you for the amulet. I never understand why people take the amulet that takes a minion, because then it lets me take a minion. That's probably the best fake amulet that you can give. The 6 damage to a minion one is pretty good too, as the fake amulet. Grift is a good card, but there are some downsides to it. Ooh, that's pretty good.
The This is not what we stood for.
So I can do both of these guys. So we get +2/+2. So if I play this and attack something, this will be a 6/10. Not the worst.
In the ring, blood speaks with valor.
I've seen the end.
So either I give them this card or they get the card on their next turn. It's essentially the same thing, I guess. Whoo! Big boy right there.
You defile the dead.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
So I'm a little light on cards now, so I'm going to have to get a little lucky on some of these draws. That's not lucky. Yeah, this is a little rougher now.
What now?
Yeah, that blob of tar was rough timing here. Trying to think of the best outcome. So killing these guys gives them a card.
We need more time.
I think I'm going to have to give them a card either way, though, unfortunately.
I must choose. Proportions look good.
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm going to do this.
What pretty petals.
Either way, I'm going to lose this guy, so I figure I will chill here for a minute and see what happens. Pretty good.
Most intriguing.
Alright, now the roughness begins. Oof. Alright. We're about even on card advantage at this point. I have 12 cards total, they have 11. Their board is pretty good. I need like a Nomelia. I mean, Nomelia doesn't even do it. Ziliax is probably the best draw here. 2 illusions followed by Ziliax. Okay.
You really put the old
Yeah, I'm sure I could have played that a little bit better, but that worked out okay. So 3 and 2 with this version of Dragon Warrior. Like I said earlier, I think it needs a little bit more tweaking to kind of take full advantage of both of the different packages that I clumped together with Elise and the Curator. I had to cut a quality assurance because it just didn't feel right to play 2 of them in this deck, and I had to make room for a couple of cards. But yeah, I think I'm going to tweak this up a little bit, probably try again. 3 and 2 is not bad. With a small sample size, 3-2 is okay. It just depends on the consistency as you keep playing. So, I don't know. We'll see what else I can do here, but that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button. Big thank you to you guys that are following. means the world to me. And if you're already following, you want to help the channel out, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm always down to talk Hearthstone or see what you guys think about the deck choices, the card choices, all sorts of stuff like that. So catch you next time. Peace and love.